Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing tonight? It is what? Thursday night. How you doing, babies? I hope you're doing fine. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. Hit that like button and hit that hype button. Come on, give me some of those hypes. Hype. Hit the hype button for me. Hit the like button and the hype button. How y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing very well. I'm doing very well, and I'm glad to be on here with you on this Thursday evening. Also, become a member. There's two different types of memberships. We have the Rubies membership and the Diamonds membership. Choose one or the other and learn more about what I have going on. That's things in the membership that the regular subscribers will never see. So get you a membership. Also, if you like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Yes, super chats and super stickers. In my description is my Venmo. So if you have Venmo and you feeling jolly, you can support me that way. And I have a PayPal link in my description as well. If you want to send me something through PayPal, that is a blessing too. Again, hit that like button. Who are we talking about this evening? Donald Trump? Epstein? We're not going to stop talking about Epstein. I know that would be joy and mercy for Donald Trump for us to stop talking about Epstein. So that's why he's throwing out all these different things that he's doing, but done it with that wide grandma behind, baby. We're not going to stop talking about Epstein because I know what you're doing, Donald Trump. I'm going to keep talking about Epstein even more. Every day you're doing something to take our minds off of the Epstein files. You will not win, Donnie. You can't cheat with me, baby. I'm a Sagittarius. I keep going. I make it through it all, baby. I can make it through the shaking, the beating, and the pressing. So I know I can make it through you, Donald Trump, because us Americans been doing pretty well surviving Donald Trump. All right. Hello, everybody in the chat. How you doing? Thank you for coming to my live. Who we talking about? Donald Trump. And our biggest subject is the Epstein files. We're never going to stop talking about that. And we will be watching that video again of Donald Trump seeing photos of himself and how he wanted to jack them and take them out of that man's hand. Oh, I'm going to play that forever, baby. We got beef forever, Donnie. Everything I show is fair use, great for entertainment purposes, great for educational purposes. And what I'm doing, research, great for research purposes. And I always throw some entertainment in there for you guys because I know y'all want to laugh. So I just throw a little comedy in there. I got to make you happy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello, sweet lady. Let's eat. Hello, SSKW8HF. Hello, King Allen. I love you. I love all of you. We're going to go ahead and get started, okay? Hit that like button and hit the hype button. Come on. I'm cleaning my iPad screen. One moment, please. Just a moment, y'all. Because this little screen gets so dirty. It's amazing how it's so greasy. And I just have lotion on my hands. Hold on. Let me turn that heat down, y'all. I can't take it. Hold on. Here in Atlanta, it's very cold, but I can't have the heat on. I had to turn that heat all the way down. Okay, we're going to get started. I apologize for that, okay? Hit the like button as you all are coming in. Please hit the like button for me. Who we talking about? Donald Trump. What we doing? Research. What is this? Fair use. Yeah. He's not going to stop us from talking about him. I notice every day he is doing something to distract us from talking about the Epstein files. It won't work. It ain't going to work, Donnie. So I'm going to give y'all something to laugh. What happened? My screen popped out. Come on now, God. Don't let anybody interrupt my screen. Can y'all see me? Alan, let me know if you see me because my screen went out for some reason. You can see me? Alan, let me know. Are you there, Alan? It's good. Okay. I don't know what happened just now. My screen popped out and I had to hit resume. But we're going to go ahead and get started. And this is Trump now needs assistance to board a Marine One. I want to thank you, King Allen, for sending me this video of Donald Trump. He couldn't help, Donald Trump needs to be in an old folks home. He could not help himself get on Air Force One properly. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. And I want to thank King Allen for sending me this because we need a good laugh. Because if y'all knew the day I had today trying to get a lot of things accomplished, it was like Satan was throwing all kind of blockings in my way. But I know God is greater than Satan, so I just keep going. I almost didn't go live tonight because I was kind of discouraged. But I decided I have made it through the shaking, the beating, and the pressing. Satan cannot keep me from going live tonight. No matter what was discouraging me earlier today, because I was working on some things and it just was not going well. But anyway, so we all can laugh. I'm about to show y'all something, okay? So Donnie and his bussy. Hold on. So, Donnie making America great again? Is he really making America great again? That's not AI. No, it's not. That Donnie can't get his bussy into that Air Force One. No, it's not. It's not AI at all. That is Donald Trump with his bussy can't make it through the door because he's getting so wide. That's what he looks like. And if you wear a diaper, it's gonna make that bussy look even bigger, honey. Go look at a little baby running around playing outside. That diaper gonna make you look bigger than what you are. But he's a big man. Yeah, Donnie is a huge man. His behind is wider than mine, and I'm a woman. And I got hips. And his is wider than mine. That bussy big. Must I show you again how big Donnie's bussy is? Now, President Biden has never, if it would have happened, they would have showed it because they love calling him Sleepy Joe. Well, who's the sleepy one now? Donald Trump. He sleeps through all of his conferences, press conferences, his meeting with his administration. What he does, fall asleep. Y'all should never open your mouth and call President Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. So what are we going to call Trump? Dozing off Donnie? Or doze off and don't wake up? Make it mind up what you want to call him. So this is somebody that works in the health field, and he's going to talk about Donnie's dementia. Hold on one moment, please.
Dementia patient keeps having bruising on this hand because he's most likely getting a monthly infusion of a drug called Kisunla. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field with 14 years experience working in home health care, treating geriatric patients with dementia, just like this guy. Kisunla is a monoclonal antibody drug that is used for early symptomatic Alzheimer's disease. It targets the amyloid plaques that want to form on the surface of the brain and slows the progression of the disease. While it targets the amyloid plaque formation, it does not improve symptoms, which is why, on top of being a colossal piece of shit anyway, you're going to see his mental capabilities and inhibitions disintegrate on fucking camera. It's just meant to slow progression. That's why roughly once a month you see his hand bruised, covered with makeup, and in this case, covered with 2 Band-Aids, because his veins in his hand are suffering repeated trauma from the infusion. One of the most common side effects of using Kisunla is called ARIA, or amyloid-related imaging abnormalities. These include swelling of the brain or bleeding on the brain. A small bleed on the brain is most likely what happened when he disappeared over Labor Day. Probably gave him the highest level of medical attention immediately to stop the bleeding. And this is probably why you see the drooping of his face, because he's had a small TIA or stroke from that bleeding. The risk of ARIA can be higher for somebody with certain genetic factors, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, and the manufacturer of Kisunla, Eli Lilly. The same pieces of shit that were in the room when somebody passed out right next to him. And this asshole didn't do a fucking thing because he has dementia. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think he's got 3 to 5 months left in the land of the living when you compound all of these symptoms along with possible heart failure, kidney disease. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This dementia patient.
Every morning I wake up,
because he's most likely getting.
I ask God, is he gone yet? Save America. Make America great again, Lord. We are in so much pain because this evil man want to inflict pain on us every day, in my opinion. Save us, God. Save us. Save us from this demonic spirit that lives at Pennsylvania Avenue. We need you, Lord. Save us. We can't take it no more. Can't take it anymore. So they are now charging Pete headset, and I love it. Now I'm going to show you different videos of them talking about that because Pete wanted to put it on a Bradley. It's not Bradley's fault. Pete said, unalive them. Donnie said, we're going to unalive them. And what Pete said, unalive them all. But he doesn't want to be accountable. And Donnie doesn't want to be accountable neither. Take a listen to these videos. I'm going to let you hear.
They started the process for impeachment. They started the process for impeachment. I am going to tell you right now. They will send us into a world war and a civil war before they see another court date. I am going to lay this prediction out as flat as it can be. We are going to war to avoid these charges. In the next couple of days, Petey Boy is about to do something reckless in order for it not to even come about. And Doogie Oogie Donald Trump is going to take the opportunity of following his path so that he also doesn't go down for the Epstein files. They're losing the entire storyline. And because it's blowing up in their face, they're about to do something so heinous to make sure that it doesn't. That attack Candace was talking about? It's making more sense now. They started the process for impeachment. They started the process for impeachment. I am going to tell you right now.
I agree with this Queen. Donnie had already planned to start a war because all the heinous things that he has done with Epstein was coming out. He was told that if he started a war, they can't kick him out of office. He asked Zelensky about that, remember? Donnie thinks he can just start a war and we're going to keep putting up with all his nonsense. He has now put his name on the building of some defensive piece or something, that building. He has now put Donald J. Trump on that building. Take him, Lord. Please take him, Heavenly Father. Americans can't take anymore. We just can't. It's getting too much. It's beyond us at this point. It's above me. Take it to the Lord. He got to go. One moment, please. More on the impeachment of P. Headset. And this is coming from Christina Talks Tea. One moment, please.
Well, well, well. It's official, baby. Yes, it's official. They have filed articles of impeachment against Petey Kegsbreath for murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Just happened right now today. Baby. And I just want to remind everybody the series of events that prove that Petey Kegsbreath is unqualified dude. Yes. And this impeachment article cites that he committed murder and conspiracy to commit murder, dear. So let's go through the series of events because I don't want anybody to be confused. Let's start with Signalgate. Yes, Petey claims that everything is okay with Signalgate, but they decided to send Mike Waltz away. If everything was okay, they would not have demoted Mike Waltz. Now let's go to September, the double tap play. Yes, in September there was a double tap play. Well, it was quite clear to see that they blew that boat away twice, baby. And they knew it was wrong. And you know how we know that was wrong? Because the next time that there were survivors, dear, they didn't double tap them out of fear of committing a war crime. They picked them up and sent them back to their home country, effectively proving they fucking knew what they were doing was illegal, boo. Good luck, Petey Kegsbreath. We ain't gonna put this shit to rest until you're gone. Until you're gone. Because everything you have done is oh so fucking wrong. Well, well, well.
Petey Cobb Hegseth has committed war crimes. Donald Trump, in my opinion, has committed war crimes. They gotta go. Impeach Petey Hegseth and impeach Donald Trump. Article 4, his whole administration gotta go. It needs to be done so we can get back to where America was before January 20th, when he was sworn in. If we could just go back in the hand of time when VP Kamalaharris actually won the election before Donnie and Elon Muskrat did what they did, we would be in such a better place, America. Such a peaceful place. Buildings would still be named what they originally were without Donald Trump's name on it. Nobody wants a building with your name on it, Donnie. They already start taking your name off of hotels in different states and countries. Canada, etc. Nobody wants to see your name. Not the guy that was with Epstein, the guy that blew bubble. No, that's an embarrassment. No. One moment, please.
Yeah, some major news right now. Lawmakers are horrified this morning after seeing the video of the possible war crime in the Southern Caribbean. Jim Himes, the senior member, Democratic member on the House Intelligence Committee, just came out and told Manu Raju, quote, "What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service. You have two individuals in clear distress without any means of locomotion with a destroyed vessel who are killed by the United States." They're speaking with Admiral Bradley. They're speaking with the chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff. From what I am hearing, this video shows the United States of America murdering two people who pose no threat to the United States of America. And as Jim Himes says, it is one of the most troubling things that he's ever seen in his time in public service. And he has spent a long time in public service. We'll have more information soon, so spread the word. Full updates on my Substack, on my...
Spread the word and subscribe to Aaron Partners on YouTube and on Instagram. You can subscribe to him and follow him, Aaron Partners, and subscribe to Christina Talks Tea, the beautiful young lady with the dark hair I just showed you, remind you of Betty Boots. Subscribe to her as well and go on her Instagram and follow her. These two are excellent content creators. And the beautiful Black woman that I showed you, what was her name? Hold on, I gotta look up her name.
They started
just a moment. The Real Cosmopolitan _ Go and subscribe to her as well. And subscribe to, I can't even pronounce that, y'all. I was gonna give y'all the other country. I don't know how to pronounce that. But hold on, one moment, please. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all about something that Donald Trump has done and he continues to do. And this is, to me, this is saying you racist without using the word racist. What I mean by that is, under Trump, 591 books by Black authors have been banned from the Pentagon-run schools and libraries, according to Onyx Impact. Say you racist without saying it. Because now you're taking away from Black children learning more about who they are. See, he had already started in the regular schools, public schools. Now he's going to the Pentagon-ran schools and libraries and removing all the Black authors. F you, Donnie. F that wide behind that you have back there. That wide spread, like a grandma, F you. But you will like it with no Vaseline. One moment, please. Breaking. Newsom heads to D.C. to demand Trump delivering missing L.A. wildfire aid. Where is it, Donnie? Donnie has been doing what he wants with that money. He's taking the taxpayers' money, and I believe, in my opinion, he's using it for personal stuff. Even though he's supposed to be a billionaire right now, he's taking the American taxpayers' money, doing whatever he wants to with it. Just like he has destroyed the White House and all the beds in the White House, because he's just pooping all in the beds, in my opinion. I can imagine with that wide butt let out. Uh-oh, sorry, y'all. Hold on.
Breaking news. California Governor Gavin Newsom says he's heading to Washington, D.C. to meet with Donald Trump and demand Trump give California the wildfire aid that he promised months ago. Here's what Newsom posted, quote, "In January, Donald Trump looked me in the eyes on the tarmac, promising Angelenos that he'd help rebuild after the firestorms. 11 months later, he still hasn't delivered. That's why I'm heading to D.C. to push for a long overdue federal aid package for survivors." Folks, whether you love everything Newsom does or you dislike him, one thing's certain: Donald Trump has failed the people of California. He has politicized this issue and has threatened to withhold aid because there are Democrats living in California. Mind you, the Trump administration fuels these climate disasters. They're the ones responsible for contributing to the climate crisis. We'd save a lot more money if we spent on mitigation and preventative care instead of what we do now, which is dealing with the aftermaths of these irresponsible anthropogenic climate change policies. So people want to blame Newsom for the fires. He's in D.C. right now trying to get more aid so Californians can rebuild quicker and smarter. Breaking news.
That is so true, because even a lot of stars, they are leaving L.A. because they haven't been able to rebuild. Everyday regular people like you and I, they have not been able to rebuild. And the insurance companies dropped them too. Nothing has worked in their favor. While the American people are in need in LA, Donald Trump said, F you. And there's no telling what Donnie has done with that funding. Because in his sick, perverted, dementia mind, in my opinion, he thinks the American taxpayers' money is his money, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He did it to the tornado, hurricane victims in North Carolina, hillbilly land. He did it to them too. This country has gone down the toilet because of Donald Trump. And right now, Don DeCon is funneling $620 million of our taxpayer dollars to his son's startup company. We talked to kind of tapped a little bit into that yesterday. So we're going to take a listen to Christina talk, and she's going to break it down even more, okay?
Well, it's Thursday, baby, and we've got more corruption at play with Daddy Dumpy Pants and the little Don Jr. Yes, Booger Sugar Jr., honey, is going to be getting some of your taxpayer money for a very small startup company. Yes, indeed. Let's get to the tea, shall we? Daddy Dumpy Pants is going to funnel in $620 million of taxpayer money to his son in a loan investment for Vulcan Elements, a very tiny, brand new, rare element startup, boo. You know those things that Daddy Dumpy Pants doesn't understand? Magnets, honey. Yes, apparently Daddy doesn't really understand how magnets work. But Booger Sugar Jr., his son, has a little startup company called Vulcan Elements, which is very tiny. Yes, it's so tiny, in fact, that it could not handle the load of an order that would cost $620 million, a loan that's coming from the Department of Defense. So your taxpayer money, $620 million of your money that was supposed to be appropriated to the Department of Defense will actually go directly into Booger Sugar Jr.'s pocket, boo, for Vulcan Elements. A very, 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 extremely tiny rare element startup that couldn't possibly fulfill a $620 million loan deal.
I told y'all, Donnie is taking our taxpayer dollars and doing whatever he wants with it. Not to benefit us, the American people, but his family and his billionaire buddies. And he says affordability is a scam by the Democrats. If you don't take your wife behind somewhere and sit down, Donald Trump, and sit in that wheelchair and let me push you on over to the old folks' home because you belong there, and tape your mouth because we're sick of it. Those paper thin lips that been on bubble, we don't want them open anymore. No more giving head to the Harlem Boys Choir, Donnie. Bubble don't want you anymore, Donnie. Your wife don't even want you. Of course she wouldn't. You wasn't putting her back out. I bet she got some black boy over there putting that back out now, in my opinion. She want it done right. You can't do it, Donnie. You're old, you're fat, you're wide, you're a slob. Donald J. Trump. Trump says you shouldn't be mad he raised your prices. And we also shouldn't care about electrical bills higher, food higher, gas higher. And people stop coming to my chat saying that gas is cheaper now. Not for people that's paying premium, and regular is not cheap either. Stop playing in my face. Donnie's a compulsive liar.
Is a Democrat scam.
Really? You want to look at your wallet and tell me that affordability is a scam? Because I remember that Trump promised
We'll cut energy prices in half or more than that within 12 months.
But it's now December and your energy bills are up 11% this year. You can thank him getting rid of green energy for that. That's not all. He promised that.
Getting gasoline below $2 a gallon.
But according to Trump's own EIA.gov website, the national average for gas is $3.11 a gallon. Trump even said he'd bring down your grocery bill. He said,
Bring down the price of everything from electricity rates to groceries.
grocery prices are at all-time highs. Beef prices are at all-time highs with no relief in sight. But the man who sits down to work in a golden Oval Office, who rose to fame for living in a golden apartment, who's made a whopping $3 billion from the presidency, wants you to believe that
Affordability is a Democrat scam.
they really think you're stupid. So Trump just said,
Affordability.
Will somebody please take him to the nursing home? It's an embarrassment to have that man in our Oval Office. His brain is frozen. His body has frozen. He has cankles, just like the people in the nursing home. But his body is worse than the people in the nursing home. It ain't rising, so he got to use his mouth to have a little fun. Baba said, no, Donnie, get your mouth off me. So, again, he's found things to distract us from talking about the Epstein file situation. What am I talking about? Trump quietly renamed the U.S. Institution of Peace after himself. Let me show you. It's getting worse. Dementia will have you doing all kind of stupid stuff. And when you're trying to hide your sins and your crimes, you just get more stupider. Look what he did. Put his name on the United States Institute of Peace. Donald Trump doesn't bring peace to this country. He want to take all from Venezuela. So what does the white man do? He'll try to just take it, bombing people that have not done anything to us because of the greed of the white man. So it says, Donald Trump has quietly added his name to the U.S. Institute of Peace, headquarters in Washington, D.C. The building now displays Donald Trump name Institute of Peace. Oh, God. U.S. Institute of Peace is nonpartisan, independent, nonprofit think tank founded by Congress in 1984 under President Ronald Reagan to promote peace building, prevent conflicts, and resolve international disputes through research, training, and policy work. He doesn't do policy work. It's part of the federal government, but not under executive branch control. You broke the law, buddy. Earlier this year, a federal judge ruled that Trump's overtake attempts were illegal without congressional approval, but an appeals court issued a stay that allows current administration to continue making changes. And that's where we about to fuck around and find out, moment. I'm ready for him to go. I don't care how you do it, Lord. Take him. So the whistleblower from Trump fired lawyers who warned him that deadly strikes in the Caribbean were illegal. We all know they were illegal. But some reason the people from the caves like to just unalive people.
Breaking legal news, several whistleblowers are coming forward saying that Trump has fired government attorneys who warned him that his extrajudicial killings of alleged cartel members in the Caribbean may violate both domestic and international law. Now, this comes after the Pentagon and Trump himself are under tremendous pressure to justify or just stop blowing up boats in the Caribbean on the mere accusation that people on those boats are carrying dangerous drugs. Now, as a lawyer, I'll tell you this. When someone is accused of a crime, they are innocent until proven guilty. And even if you prove them guilty of carrying drugs, that does not carry a death sentence. So simply blowing people up with missiles in the Caribbean, I'm not surprised lawyers said that was illegal. Sadly, I'm also not surprised Trump fired them for warning him about it. Anyway, it's a developing situation. If you want to stay in the loop, you can follow for more. This is breaking legal news.
It's breaking legal news. It is breaking my heart that we are experiencing Donald Trump. Innocent until proven guilty. They were not guilty. Some of them, the first time they did it, they were just regular citizens from Colombia. And they boomed them for no reason. And I'm not saying this to offend anyone, but it's factual. White people, I love you, but you got this thing where you just got to kill, unalive something. Why? You're not in the caves anymore, the Caucasus Mountains anymore. Come on. Rehabilitate. Then y'all tell black people to strap their bootstraps up? Well, we did it and surpassed you. And you're still doing the caveman things, running around, destroying and unaliving things. Just go kill a bug. If you want to unalive something, do that. But people that haven't done anything else because you're greedy and want to take something, that is a problem. So you make up that they have drugs. Well, Junior need to stop doing that nose candy, honey. Because I know plenty of Caucasians have moved powder here in America. They ain't innocent by far, Donnie. Reagan brought the crack cocaine into the black neighborhoods. And it's still been moved by your people. But Donnie got it in his head that it's just the black and brown people. That's who doing it. But his son sticking his fingers in his pockets and putting it on his gums. Really done it. Your people move more meth than anybody. And I'm going to sip on that. But let Donnie tell it, it's the brown people. Some of that is probably true. But people in America gonna tell you different. It's your own. Y'all have special trailers, special buildings. It ain't about the drugs, y'all. Because if it was about that, he would not have pardoned the president that was a moving drugs. He pardoned him. So it's not about that in Venezuela. It's about that oil, baby. Because Donnie greedy. It's just in his bloodstream to be greedy. His father was greedy. His mother was greedy. His ancestors were greedy. What do we expect? He's a caveman. So this is going to be more about the Epstein situation. Trump hit with the $310 million suit alleging trafficking scheme tied to the Epstein-style claims. Told you we ain't going to stop talking about Epstein, Donnie. I'm going to talk about you till God take your fat, wide butt up out of here.
Your boy, Donald Trump, was just hit with a $310 million lawsuit alleging he ran an Epstein-like trafficking ring in Palm Beach County, Florida. I'm Major League. This is news you need to know. I'll give you 3 things about it. Thing number 1, Boca News Now reports that an unnamed plaintiff is accusing Trump, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates of running an 8-year trafficking venture that mirrors Epstein's operation nearly point for point. The filing alleges Trump had been grooming her since 1998 and that the Gates Foundation acted as a cover and that her infant daughter was taken from her as punishment for speaking out. The plaintiff also alleges that there were multiple attempts on her life between 2023 and 2024. Trump denies all wrongdoing, of course, and faces no criminal charges. But the lawsuit is graphic, detailed, and seeking $310 million plus the return of a child. Thing number 2. At a certain point, patterns stop being coincidences. If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. And if not a pedo, why pedo-shaped? Why are all your friends pedos? The proximity to Epstein, the network of wealthy men, the private access, the NDAs, the grooming allegations going back decades. None of this is new, and none of this is random. You only stand next to this many bonfires before people start noticing smoke. Thing number 3. But in all seriousness, this isn't about Trump, Musk, or Gates. The allegations here are crazy. It's about the people who say they were harmed and spent years being ignored. Stories like this usually disappear under the weight of billionaires and institutions built to silence survivors. No matter how the case plays out, the allegations remind us that there are victims still out there fighting for their lives, fighting for their children and their truth to come out. I think their stories need to be heard, believed, and protected, not buried under the headlines and the weight of the wealth of powerful men. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and remember,
tell me what y'all think about this. Tell me in the chat. What do you think? I believe it. Anything negative about Donnie, I can believe it. Because he said he want to govern by the PUSSY. He said women love it. He said that E. Jean Carroll loved that she was RAPED. That came out of that monster's mouth, that she loved it. Donald Trump said that when he was interviewed. If that's not a twisted, sick freak with a wide butt like a grandma, I don't know what to tell you. But I tell you this, Donald Trump is dangerous. His entire cabinet are dangerous people. I'm going to read some of y'all comments, and we're going to get back to this about old Donnie boy. Okay, Michael said, you're not different than the trashy Dems. I'm a Democrat, baby. I own it. Nobody's more trash than you. You're at the bottom of the trash can. You let Donald Trump SHIT on you. Come for me and I tell you apart. Tay J said all the videos have no context or actual speeches completely. Well, honey, why are you in my live? You don't have to come over here. And I've never seen you over here before. Be gone. John Boy says, is Gene Simmons of KISS on the list? I don't know, baby. I don't want to say something I don't know, but I know Donald Trump is all over the Epstein list. And Pam Bundy and Kash Patel made sure his name was redacted. They had 1,000 FBI agents to redact his name. But we all know Donnie is a nasty boy. Vince says, hi. Hello, Vince. How you doing, King? Stephen Loftus says, God bless Donald Trump. He need him. But let me tell you something. Donnie is a reprobated mind. God don't hear Donald Trump. I hate to disappoint you. But he doesn't hear Donald Trump. He already told you, no, he's not going to heaven, okay? Stop praying that he does, because it's not going to happen. He's going to hell. In the trash bin. AMG, Lim, where's Bubble? Bubble don't want done anymore. Those paper thin lips could not grip properly. He test drove his paper thin lips, and Bubble didn't like it. I'm sorry. Mill Ashley said your hair is pretty. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen Mill Ashley. Case Law RN said you must get your info from The View. I don't watch The View, but I do like those ladies. Y'all, let me tell you about you MAGA Republicans up here with your snagger-tooth and booty dudes. Y'all get mad that people don't like Donald Trump. What is it? Name one thing that's to like about him. Name it. He still killed and everything the Bible is against. Because they bombed those people from Venezuela when they deserved the trial. Guilty until proven, innocent until proven guilty. That fat MF at the White House is the worst being on God's green earth. He should be sent off to the moon to live by himself, or sent to Venus, or anywhere except planet Earth, and leave him there. He's so fat, he gonna float around anyway. Then he gonna explode because he's so fat and all that. I would love to see that, honestly. I would love to see that. Every morning I wake up, I ask God, is he gone? Dead ass serious. One moment, please. This is from Don Lemon.
We'll call him a fuck up, right? He's just a fuck up. But his fuck ups put people's lives at risk, and he breaks the law, and it undermines the stature of the U.S. military. Remember, this is the same guy, in order to get confirmed, had to make a promise to not drink anymore, right? I never had to make a promise not to drink in order to get a job. So then he has a signal gate. He basically releases war plans to a reporter and to his own family members. And then you have this situation where he orders the military to strike survivors. That is completely unacceptable. Where I come from, they call Pete Hegseth, we'll call him a fuck up, right? He's just a fuck up. But his fuck ups.
He's definitely a F up. Donald Trump is a F up. He cheats. He's unalives. Steals. Hate black people. Hate brown people. Right now he got ICE harassing black people. I'd be damned. Our ancestors were here before you. Black people, Africans, was the first people on this earth. Kick rocks, Donnie. Real soon, Heavenly Father. Constitutional secrets that could remove Trump and his entire cabinet. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Please remove him.
How do you remove Donald Trump from office and his entire cabinet? Let me tell you, Obama, Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution. You know, a lot of people are talking about the 25th Amendment, but that only removes a president who's unfit to serve. Article 2, Section 4 goes further. It allows us to remove not only the president, but also the vice president, the cabinet, and even federal judges through impeachment and conviction for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Here's how it works. The House of Representatives brings the impeachment. That's where it starts. Then the Senate holds a trial, and it takes a 2/3 vote to convict and remove them from office. So where do we come in? We get involved. We call our representatives and senators, and we demand accountability. We push for impeachment and conviction when those in power betray their oath. And this isn't about one party. There are Republicans and Democrats who need to be held to the same standard. What matters is that we raise our voices the right way through our Constitution. There's a lot happening every day, and I'll keep you updated. Please follow.
I don't know if that's AI or not, but I'm just going to say it's AI. But what it's saying is the truth. Use the Constitution to get him out of there. Democrats, fight back. The American people cannot take it anymore. We are being abused by Donald J. Trump. More about Pete Hegseth faces first articles of impeachment for unaliving and conspiracy.
Some big news right now. The first articles of impeachment against Pete Hegseth have been announced and will be filed in the United States House of Representatives. The articles will accuse Pete Hegseth, according to Sri Thanagar, the Democrat who will be filing them, of, quote, murder and conspiracy to murder and reckless and unlawful mishandling of classified information. The first obviously relates to the alleged war crimes, strikes in the Southern Caribbean. The second relates to the Signalgate controversy, where we expect a full unclassified report to be released to the public this evening. Now, will Republicans ever allow these articles of impeachment to reach the House floor? The answer is probably not. But it will put pressure on folks on both sides of the aisle, really, to come out whether or not supporting impeaching a Secretary of Defense who may have ordered a possible war crime. And at the same time,
we're listening to Aaron Partners. They have committed war crimes. Donald Trump committed war crimes. Pete Hegseth committed war crimes. They got to go. Impeach Trump 2025 and take his whole administration with him. They got to go. How do we do it? Let's take a listen again.
How do you remove Donald Trump from office and his entire cabinet? Let me tell you, Obama, Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution. A lot of people are talking about the 25th Amendment, but that only removes a president who's unfit to serve. Article 2, Section 4 goes further. It allows us to remove not only the president, but also the vice president, the cabinet, and even federal judges through impeachment and conviction for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Here's how it works. The House of Representatives brings the impeachment. That's where it starts. Then the Senate holds a trial, and it takes a 2/3 vote to convict and remove them from office. So where do we come in? We get involved. We call our representatives and senators, and we demand accountability. We push for impeachment.
That's what we got to do, citizens of this country, Americans. We must call our local offices and demand that they use Article 2, Section 4, so we can get rid of these people and make America great again. Because as long as Donald Trump is in office, America is not great. America is doing worse than it has done in a long time. Donald Trump, he likes to sit and lie that he was handed over a shithole administration from President Joe Biden. He lies. And his people truly believe that because they're brainwashed. They've been sucking off Donnie so long, they have not waken up from the smell of his urine. They're under a spell. Like the Jim Jones and the red Kool-Aid, that's what it is. And they like that Donnie is taking them down where they're going to be unalive soon. Because the way it's going, you ain't going to be able to buy your food in a little bit, honey. Them little food stamps, you're going to try to cut it off again. See, I don't get food stamps, America, and there's nothing wrong with people getting it. Because people that need it should get it. But I don't believe a lot of people that's MAGA deserve it. No. What is about 10 of y'all living in the house in the trailer park? Get a job. Don't y'all come on my live and say that? And I don't get any government help. Work for myself. But you haters in my chat. You think a black woman or a black person don't supposed to have anything. All because we have surpassed you. Take it to God if you really know God.
Middle Passage, white people. Slavery, white people. Jim Crow, white people. Lynchings, white people. Trail of Tears, white people. Wounded Knee, white people. Asian internment camps, white people. The vast majority of gun violence, white people. You see a trend? January 6th, white people. Ahmaud Arbery, 3 white guys. George Floyd, white guys. The felon in the White House, a white man. You see a trend? But somehow, the white man has convinced stupid, uneducated, trailer park trash, 3-teeth inbreds, white supremacists, Triple K members, that the brown people picking your almonds and your walnuts and your lettuce and your avocados, somehow they're the fucking problem. They're not. We are. And until we grasp that, we can blame and sit here with all of these left bro podcasters and the Pod Save America and the Midas Touches and talk about, oh, it's the cost of eggs. It's the cost of gas. Fuck it is. No, it's not. Why haven't we had a woman president? Why did we go from a black president to the most corrupt white man in the history of our country? Why did the majority of white people, the only demographic that didn't vote for Harris, and that same demographic didn't vote for Zohran Mamdani? Because we're the problem. Because there is a chunk of this country that is afraid that the white majority is going away. And they're going to kick and scream like little children, like Santa Claus taking away your present, because they think that their traditional family values is going away. And this country and the Republican Party has done a good job of indoctrinating a bunch of white men. And just me saying this, leave this country, Lib, that's indoctrination. It's a fact. Every sentence, this is how it goes. Once upon a time, freedom, God, Jesus, freedom, freedom, Second Amendment. I went on vacation to Hawaii, freedom, Second Amendment, freedom, freedom, bald eagles, freedom, the greatest in the world. This is how their brains are working because they don't have critical thinking. They've been indoctrinated. And for them to be woke, which means actually seeing this country for what it is, it's breaking their brains because they've been lied to their entire life, and their version of American exceptionalism is bullshit. And they know it is, and they don't want it to be because they want their whiteness to keep them at the top of the food chain. Have yourself a white day.
I don't have to say anything else. I love it when your own tell you who you are. Everything he said is true. Yep. Yep, MAGA.
Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates have been named defendants in a $310 million lawsuit, a trafficking lawsuit. This lawsuit was just filed this month in Palm Beach County, Florida. Let's talk about the allegations. This lawsuit alleges that Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates was involved in a trafficking venture that was identical in every material respect to the one ran by Jeffrey Epstein. And check this out. It also makes claims about a Gates Foundation cover and silencing machine and coordinated sexual assaults. We've seen it, and they're beginning to prove it more and more each and every day. Billionaires are the worst of us.
We can't blame Epstein for Donnie's devilment. Donnie is a demon. He's on demon time. He never sleeps. Although the ancestors beat his ass at night, yeah. The Haitians, they're not done with him. What's he talking about getting rid of Haitian and Somali people? Well, the Somali people, they do a little witchcraft too. Not all. Witchcraft is in every culture. Do whatever y'all got to do to them. Do whatever. Take them, Lord. Just take them. More Epstein.
Something weird about Trump pardoning Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras and convicted violent drug trafficker. This dude was involved in mass murders, assassinations. He turned Honduras into a narco state. The case against him was rock solid. They had mountains of evidence. So why did Trump just give him a full pardon? Well, there is an island off the coast of Honduras called Prospera. And Juan Hernandez, the guy that Trump just pardoned, was a lead figure on making this island a reality. As the president of Honduras, he essentially authorized it and directed its development. Well, this island is a billionaire-only private island owned by corporations called a charter city. They have their own regulatory system, their own laws, their own courts, their own governance ran by a council of billionaires. And you won't believe who's involved in this island. So this island is funded by three main people. Balaji S. Srinivasan, former CTO of Coinbase and CEO of a Bitcoin startup, and Donald Trump ally. He is allegedly advising Trump on crypto policy. The next guy is Mark Andreessen, co-founder of Netscape and Mosaic, also a Trump ally. He endorsed Trump in 2024 and contributed a significant amount of money to Trump's super PACs. And finally, the man we all know, Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal and Palantir, also a very, very close ally of Donald Trump. These are all MAGA.
You want to know the truth? Peter Thiel is running the White House. He has JD put in place. And Peter Thiel is a gay white man. But they said, what is it, Project 2025? They want to get rid of the gays. But the MAGA white men never think about their bisexual. They DL all over the grind out. jdvance has been said to have been the ball on his knees for Peter Thiel. It was said he wore them knee pads very well. Only got married to cover up for the DL. Because, you know, he used to dress like a tranny. I showed y'all that photo. Blonde, wig, skirt, handbag and all. Lipstick, eyeliner. He still wears eyeliner. He can't pull away from that. Although he's trying to pretend that he's a straight male. So does Donnie. But we know the truth about Donnie. He's the first transsexual president. The first LGBTQ president, in my opinion. Donnie, you can tell by looking at those paper-thin lips, you are not good at doing bubble. And I'll leave it as that. The billionaires, for some reason, they just got to have an Epstein Island. They never change. The richer they get, the worse the white rich man is. Children should be off. You should not be able to do whatever you want to with children. So, there's rumor has it that Russia knew he was Roy Cohn's lover, and that is their hold on Donnie Boy. And who was Roy Cohn's? He died from the deadly disease. This man, Roy. He used to take Donnie to get his suits tailored. But I don't know what they did. I don't know if they ever been lovers. That I don't know. But they was very close friends and did just about everything together. But Roy died from AIDS. Yeah. Looks like Danica Lewinsky is about to have an orgasm on this photo. What was Roy telling Donnie? Look at Donnie's eyes. He was enjoying whatever Roy was telling him. They said that Donnie can't hold his bowel movements. It doesn't surprise me at all. So, there's a vulgar and violent fetish play. And it all has to do with the Epstein files.
Well. So the things we're going to talk about in this video are going to make you uncomfortable. But I'm going to try to say them in a way that doesn't really make you super uncomfortable today, okay? I went back and looked at the dentistry chair photo again. And under further investigation of said photo, something occurred to me. You see, I've been back and forth to the dentist quite a bit as of late. So I could tell you everything that should be in a dentistry office, dear. And there's some things missing in that room that lead me to believe that it was not used in any way for dentistry, okay? I mean, there's things missing that they would need in order to work on some teeth. So I don't think Jeffrey was getting his mouth done on the island hunt. And something else that I remembered about another property that belonged to him, I believe in New Mexico, his ranch. Yeah, maybe you've heard about Jeffrey's ranch, dear. Well, there's a main house on his ranch, but then there's other little cottages on his ranch. Now, these cottages aren't all the same. They all have themes. They're each different. There's different layouts and different decorations. One of the cottages has like a Snow White theme, and one of them has like a Sleeping Beauty theme, and one of them has like a Cinderella theme. As a matter of fact, I can't remember who it was to, but there was an email between the island dude and another guy. I'll have to go back and see who it was from, but it was about that guy going to visit Jeffrey's ranch. And they were talking back and forth to each other about whether or not they were going to do Snow White or Sleeping Beauty and which room he was going to stay in. These rooms were specially decorated for very specific fetish play. Yes, baby. Yes. Now, do y'all remember that email I shared with you when they dropped those just a few weeks ago? The very first email that I found in the batch, because I decided not to start at the beginning, but I just picked randomly in the middle. Y'all remember that? And I had found an email. Hold on just a minute. Somebody trying to beep in and it's going to cut out my phone. Okay, I'm back. Now, we was talking about the emails that I went through. Now, the first couple of emails that I went through, the first one was about Daddy's health, and the second one was about fetish play. If you remember, Jeffrey and this other individual were texting back and forth to one another, and Jeffrey responded with, Madonna is on the way. Do you still want to do torture photos, or can we try something with me in them? And 3, should the presentation be Trumpville? So it was very clear that they were talking about some kind of weird fetish play. Now, the dentist chair today, the little cottages on his ranch, baby. I mean, it's clear to see that nothing about those files are a hoax in any kind of way, and there are other people involved, dear. I mean, it's quite clear. We ain't just got to talk about Daddy here. There's a lot of people involved in this, and they should go down for it, honey. Because it's not a fucking hoax. And it damn sure ain't no fucking joke. I don't even want my mind to ponder what went on in that dentist room. Knowing what I know, baby. Knowing what I know about torture photos. Madonnas meaning virgins. Cottage rooms. The Snow White treatment. The Sleeping Beauty treatment, dear. What the fuck, honey? I gotta get back to viewing these. I'll be back with some more tea either today.
And that is my girl, Christina Talks Tea. Go to Instagram, give her a follow, subscribe there. Go to YouTube and subscribe as well. I'm going to read a couple of your comments and we're going to get out of here, okay? Let's see what's going on in my chat. Todd says, where's the accent from? I'm not going to tell you where I'm originally from, baby. I change it up all the time. Very Happy 2681 said, I thought that was Betty Booth. She's beautiful, isn't she? Todd says, thanks for what? I don't know what you're talking about. Madeline Jones. Hello, Queen. Absolutely love her. I love her too. I do. Christina Talk. If you're not following her on Instagram, you're missing out. You can have a bad day. You go on her page and listen to her. Christina Talks Tea gonna brighten your day, baby. She doesn't just cover politics. She talks about different things. And she's well informed on a lot. I love her. And she'll tell you the truth about her life. She's not embarrassed by anything. I can't help but to love her. Joe 5246 says, I'm not reading that, but that's your opinion, baby. That's right, Queen Madeline Jones. Absolutely. Amen. I love her. Okay, the last word first. A traitor and a race traitor. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just come back and watch my channel more, baby. And talk all you want to talk, as long as you don't talk real dirty and say bad words in my chat. You'll be back. You come here and admire my black beauty. You'll be back. Lindale Hort says, absolutely beautiful. Thank you, King. Madeline. Okay, I read that. I apologize. I've read that already. Thank you for the hearts, blue hearts, King LaSwan. I love you. Ramsey says pizza. I guess you're talking about Pizzagate. I don't know, but Pizza sounds good right now. I don't even supposed to eat pizza because of tomato sauce, but it sounds good right now. I want to thank each and every last one of you all for coming to my live. I apologize for my live going in and out early part of the live. I apologize. I want to thank each and every last one of you in my chat. I thank you too, Mega. Thank you. I want to thank each and every last one of you all. I love you all no matter what. We're going to have our differences, and that's okay with me. Hit that like button before you leave out and hit that hype button before you leave out. And thank each and every last one of you that sent me gifts tonight. I love you and I appreciate and I value you. May God continue to bless you and enrich your family. I love you too, Queen Madeline Jones. I love you, Queen. I love you, King Alan. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Alan. Let's go out for coffee. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love each and every last one of y'all. May God continue to bless you and your loved ones and enrich your family. Pray for me and I'll be praying for you, but pray for this country more importantly. Good night, everybody. Bye.